Hey y'all, welcome back. It's been a while. We have finished the Hyatt house. We've taken a little time to do some other projects, and now we have taken on another big project. So we started this project a little while ago. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about it, and we're gonna back up in time. So this is what is now being called the Fowl House. It was built in 1928, 1929. Some of the videos you're gonna see has misinformation because we did not have our dates just right yet. So we started this back in the summer, many months ago, a different hair color ago. So we're gonna back up because we started and then there was a long delay, but we are back at it now. So I wanna introduce you to the Fowl House. If you don't know me, I'm Casey Stone with Clerestory Design. I live here in Washington, North Carolina, and I restore historic homes. Now, 1929 is not near as old as some of the other projects that I've done, but it is a fun project. So come on in the Fowl House. We're gonna back up in time and you're gonna see what it looked like before we started. All right, so I don't know the exact date. I will get that for you, but this house was built in the late teens, early 20s. And it is a great house. It's got great bones. We're not doing a ton of work here. We are gonna do a little bit. Let me show you this little room. So this house was built by a doctor, and this was the entrance that his patients used. In this cute little room. Amazing windows, gorgeous oak floors and pine floors. Beautiful fireplaces. We are over on the west side of town. I haven't done a lot of projects over here. But the first thing that we're gonna do is tackle this kitchen. Love this dining room, love this chandelier. But we're gonna tackle this kitchen. So you've got this little butler's pantry and then this little bitty kitchen. So I bet you can guess what's happening. This wall is coming down and we're basically gonna double the size of this kitchen. We've got windows to work around and also a chimney. There's a chimney right there. We went back and forth. Do we keep the chimney? Do we take it out? We're gonna leave it because I think it's gonna be a cool feature in the kitchen. Here you can see just a little tiny bit of the brick. So this is the first project in this new project. It's gonna be this kitchen. We're also gonna upgrade this mudroom breakfast area. It doesn't need a ton of work, but we're gonna redo some ceilings, paint out here, new cabinetry to match the kitchen. There's a lot more in the house, but this is where we're gonna start. So you've been around here long enough to know, you can probably tell this was the original back of the house. We have siding on these walls. We're gonna keep that siding because that's just cool and it's all about telling the story of the house. There's been some leaking up here, so while I love the beadboard's gonna go away and we're gonna do a flat sheetrock ceiling, and all of these little lights are gonna become can lights or puck lights. I told you this was the exterior. There was a window here and a window here, which I love. I love that somebody kept those. That is currently a powder room, which a little bit awkward. It's actually going to become a storage space and a new powder room is going to be built. So we are definitely going to keep those windows because they're just, well, they're just cool. So like I said, we're going to do a wet bar here. You can see we've already got a wine fridge that's going to go tucked into here. These are some cool old cabinets. We're going to keep them. Not 100% sure how they're going to be repurposed, but very cool. So we're definitely going to keep those. That's that wall that's going away. So all of this will be open from the back door all the way to the wall where the dining room goes. There's lots of other projects happening, but as I keep saying, we are starting with the kitchen. Flooring in here, these hardwoods are coming up because one, we're taking a wall out, and two, There's some major flooring damage over there, but we're gonna save these floors. At least we're gonna try to save these floors because we're gonna have to do some patching in other places. You've seen how we do that. And this flooring, we can find something very, very similar. So these floors are coming up and more of these floors are going down in the all new kitchen. Anyway, we are getting ready to get started. Permits have been pulled, appliances are coming out, and we're about to start some demo. All right, one more thing while we were talking about floors. So I told you that the house has oak and pine. So we're in the dining room now. This is the butler's pantry in the kitchen, and you can see that the floors change. They go from oak in here to pine in there. I'm assuming that that's original because it makes sense for them to be original. But it's like they put the oak in the public spaces. So this dining room, the foyer, this huge living room or parlor, and the doctor's office all have these gorgeous, very thin oak floors. The kitchen has pine, and this hallway and going up the steps have pine. So again, they change right there. So back in the day, there would have been a public and a private space to these homes. So we're gonna refinish them all, and they're still gonna look amazing. That is for much further down the line. Hey y'all, it is a new day. We are over at this amazing house, and as I promised you, we are finally doing some demo. We had to get all of our proper building permits and start the process, but today we're doing demo. You can see in the kitchen, we've really just taken doors down, but I'm gonna flip it around and show you what else we've done. Okay, so this is the breakfast room, mud room, whatever you wanna call it. There were cabinets here. We took those out. We had to dismantle them a little bit. We wanted to save them. They're going out in the garage. We couldn't save them completely because of the way they were built in. So we cleaned that up. There was a little piece here. We had to take some trim down, as you can tell. There were some cabinets on the walls here. Those came out. This is gonna come out too, but we're gonna try to get this out in one piece because what a great storage piece for your garage. So we're gonna try to save that. So far, we've only had one piece of bad news, and that is that these hardwood floors didn't go under that piece of furniture. Ugh. I think I told you we were replacing these floors, but we weren't planning to replace these. So you can see that some of the pieces run all the way through. And that's what we like, long pieces that are staggered. So I'm kind of hoping that maybe we can just fill in. New cabinetry is going on this wall. And if the floors under there are in good shape, then maybe we can rob little short pieces from there to go here. I'm not 100% sure. I don't quite know. Can we find something very, very similar that will work? Maybe, but it's so hard to get boards in between boards that are already there. So the good news is all this is being refinished, so it's okay if we put new pieces in there. So like a half a day's work is good work. We're gonna keep taking out cabinets, saving what we can. We're gonna move all these appliances out of our way, and then the next thing is that wall's coming down. So we're saving all of our trim because our window trim and everything is going back the way it was. We're just taking out this one wall and putting in new cabinets. So we're finally getting started. And the last time I talked to you, I had some bad information. I didn't know when the house was built. It was built in 1928. I told you I thought it was either 1919 or 1920. I was off by about 10 years, 1928. And the house doesn't have a name yet. The homeowners are still doing all of the research on who were the first owners or prominent family members who have lived here. So for now, it's an unnamed house. All right, so we worked some more today and made some good progress. Don't you just love those plaster walls with like 30 coats of paint, and it's always this color? Why is it always that color? Did all paint turn that color, or was that like the color in the 30s and 40s? Ooh, that's going away. Looks like one time we had a really cute blue Formica. I don't like blue, but I don't hate that. Oh, wait a minute. I thought maybe that was wallpaper, but it's not. It looks like it was a kind of a teal color, so that's fun. You can see all the many colors the kitchen has been. So we are working along. Tomorrow we'll turn this corner and start taking this out. I was right, this one big piece did come out in one big piece, and you can see these two pieces came out in a good size piece. So that's a wrap for today. We have cleaned up, we're locking up. Tomorrow we'll keep doing our delicate demo so that we can keep what we can, get rid of the rest of this stuff. Good morning, everybody. It is so muggy and nasty today. It's super dark. We're about to get storms. So it's really dark in here, but I wanted to show you. I didn't show you at all yesterday what we got done. So let's see an update. Okay, so yesterday we got this big piece out, and you remember how I wanted to try to steal flooring from there to go over here? Well, that's not gonna work because we don't have flooring here either. But the more I look, the more I'm convinced that this is a fairly new floor, so I think we can find something to work. We got all the cabinets out of the kitchen. It's a mess. We're starting to clean up now. You've seen some of this, but all of that is gone. And then in this room, we got this big cabinet down, which I'm gonna have to show you sometime when it's prettier outside, but we've got a not so great wallpaper there, and then just the remains of what was probably an amazing wallpaper right there. If you've been around for a while, you know I love wallpaper. So anyway, we're gonna clean up the last of the cabinet remains, get ready for this big storm, and then the next thing we're gonna do is start taking down some plaster. So stay tuned. Here we go again. We have been busy. Started tearing out plaster. As you can tell, this is the wall that's coming out. Getting it open already. Feel how much bigger this kitchen is going to be. It's gonna be nearly twice as big as it was. I think I've told you, but we're gonna leave this chimney exposed. I think it's gonna be cool. We've got some ideas on how to build the kitchen cabinets around it. The plaster came down pretty good. Now we've got to get the lathe down. Still got a lot to do. We've got more walls and the ceiling, but it's a start. I'm seeing some wallpaper. You know how I love wallpaper. This is not my favorite. This is kind of cute. So anyway, we're just gonna keep on doing demo. Hey everybody, we have been really busy in this kitchen, and you can see that with the exception of just a little bit of plaster up there on the chimney, all the plaster is gone, and we're ready to move on to next steps. All right, back to the future. We're back in modern times. You guys got a glimpse of what we did back in the past. I'm gonna keep showing you guys the past every week until we get caught up. So cold weather, hot weather, cold weather, follow along and see what's gonna happen next at the Fowl House.